Hi, the Mudbrooker here. My bride of these many years has to have a fan on to fall asleep. It's not for the air circulation, mind you, it's just for the noise. The problem is, once you get used to falling asleep with a fan on, it wakes you up when the fan goes off. And that's exactly what happened at about 3 o'clock this morning. The power went out, and of course the fan, being electric, didn't work anymore. So I called our local power cooperative, and they sent somebody out to fix it. They had her fixed by about 5 o'clock. It wasn't until later on in the day when I went down to check the mail that I found out why the power had gone out. This is one of the culprits right here. The beaver in this part of the country are known to be Luddites. They hate progress and they hate electricity especially. Given a choice between taking down a tree nowhere near a power line and one that'll knock a power line down when they chew it off, they'll take the one that'll knock down the power line every time. If you don't believe me, just ask one of the linemen for our local electric cooperative. Lately they've been working in a little pond alongside of our driveway, and you can see the top of the tree here on the one side of the driveway and the rest of the tree on the other. You can just barely see the power lines in this picture, but here's a little close-up of the splices where they had to repair the wires. They got themselves quite a little runway going across my road too. But this video isn't about beavers. Oh no. Today is a happy day in Mudbrook. My floating islands, after 5 long years of being stranded in the bay outside my bathroom window, have finally floated free. Well, at least one of them did anyway. You see, there's a little sheltered bay in the northwest corner of my lake. It's not very big, but if we get a strong southwest wind, it'll blow the islands up into the bay. And if it happens at the right time of year, they'll get stuck in there, because the bay is pretty sheltered, and when the leaves are on the trees, even a good northwest wind won't blow them back out, because it doesn't get enough push on the trees that are growing on the island to drive them out of there. Even worse, we've suffered through about 5 years of drought here, so the water level dropped, and there wasn't enough water to float the islands anyway. However, this year we've had a fairly wet summer, and about 3 weeks ago we got a big rain, lasted 2 days, and flooded a lot of areas, but not around here. The high water, combined with the fact that the leaves were off the trees in the woods, allowed the wind to get enough push to finally push at least one of the islands out of there. The perspective on these pictures is a bit deceiving. The lake is actually about 100-125 yards wide at this point. It just looks really narrow for some reason in these photos. I realize this is kind of a pointless little video, but I'm tickled to death to have my floating islands floating around again. Well, at least one of the 3 so far. Maybe with a little luck we'll get the rest of them pushed out before the lake freezes.